The Indian economy is experiencing a major turnaround since the new government, under the dynamic leadership of Shri Narendra Modi, has assumed charge at the center. The GDP of India is expected to accelerate to 7.5 this year, 7.8% next year, and 8% by 2017. This makes India the fastest growing economy in the world. In fact, 2015 will be a watershed, and when for the first time in decades, India's growth will surpass the growth rate of even China. With Indian economy picking up fresh momentum, the need for efficient, effective, and world-class rail transport infrastructure is ever growing. Indian Railways, though one of the largest in the world, is yet to gear up to meet to the growing demands of a rapidly expanding economy and aspirations of millions of people in India. Present government hence has given top priority to modernize and upgrade the rail infrastructure in the country. And today, it gives me an immense pleasure to present to you a broad snapshot of Indian Railways and the emerging business and investment opportunities. India's railway network is one of the largest railway systems in the world. It spreads around 66,000 route kilometers, which is more than 1.5 times of the circumference of the world. Indian Railways run around 12,000 trains to carry over 23 million passengers per day, connecting about 8,000 stations spread across the country. It is actually equivalent to moving the entire population of Australia. It also runs more than 7,000 freight trains carrying about 3 million tons of freight every day. Overall, it carries more than 8 billion passengers and more than 1,100 million tons of freight per year. I'm sure from these figures you can imagine the size and significance of railways in Indian economy in general and in the lives of millions of people in particular. Indian Railways is truly a lifeline of the country. As the Indian economy is expanding and population is growing, the demand for railway services is constantly rising. In the fiscal year 2014-15, Indian Railways earned around US $25.30 billion as compared to US $22.56 billion during the same period last year, registering an increase of 12.16%. Of the total revenue, US $17.16 billion came from freight earnings and US $6.87 billion came from passenger traffic. The forecast indicates the growth rate both in passenger and freight traffic would continue and double over the next 10 years, thus making it imperative for railways to augment the capacity on a very urgent basis. While the size and reach of India Railway is humongous, it faces numerous challenges in terms of quality, safety, poor passenger amenities, and the speed of the movement of the trains. One of the key reasons of the Indian Railways not being able to cope up with the growing demands of its customers is a poor investment in rail infrastructure and technology. It suffered from underinvestment for decades, which has affected its modernization and expansion plans. Just to give you an example, in last 64 years, freight traffic has grown by 1,344%, and the passengers by 1642%, whereas route kilometers has grown only by 23%, and doubling and multiple route length by 289%, clearly indicating a mismatch between demand and capacity expansion. Realizing the urgent need to modernize and upgrade railway infrastructure, Government of India has prepared an ambitious plan with huge focus on capacity building. As per estimates, Indian Railways need an investment of US dollars 130 billion to modernize its systems. This throws open an unprecedented investment and business opportunities for both domestic and foreign investors. Some of the specific areas where India and Japan can explore greater partnerships in railways include modernization of core infrastructure, high-speed trains, corridors, development of rail stations and freight terminals, dedicated freight corridors, and metro rail projects and manufacturing of rolling stock. Upgradation and renewal of tracks are very important. Government has come out with a comprehensive network expansion plan in the next 5 years. This includes construction of 2,000 kilometers of new lines, 11,000 kilometers of doubling, 4,000 kilometers of gauge conversion from meter to broad gauge, dedicated freight corridors of 2,800 kilometers, and 10,000 kilometers of electrification. Another area where India is very keen to develop close partnership with Japan is the high-speed train project. To give focus to high-speed train projects, Government of India has already established a dedicated organization called High Speed Rail Corporation of India Limited. The High Speed Railway Corporation aims to handle pre-feasibility studies and help in tendering and the award of execution of projects. What is noteworthy and a matter of pride is that the government of Japan is already engaged, and under JICA, a feasibility study has been done on Ahmedabad-Mumbai high-speed corridor, the first to be taken up for implementation. We sincerely hope this will serve as a stepping stone for the involvement of Japan to many other high-speed rail projects which are under consideration. Western Dedicated Freight Corridor is another shining example of growing cooperation between India and Japan. Funding by Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, for 645.173 billion yen, including cost for procurement of 200 electric locomotives, has already been tendered and loan agreements signed. To promote the concept, the Government of India has incorporated Dedicated Freight Corridor Corporation of India, DFCCIL, a special purpose vehicle set up to undertake planning and development, mobilization of financial resources and construction, maintenance and operation of the dedicated freight corridors. The project entails construction of 6 corridors, and execution of this project would be by a mix of engineering, procurement, and construction, EPC, in the PPP methods. Another huge business and investment opportunity in India is Mass Rapid Transport System, MRTS. Delhi Metro is an example of our two countries' commitment to bring strategic partnership to a high degree of cooperation. The financial and technical assistance provided by Japan to Delhi Metro projects has completely transformed the landscape of Delhi city and also helped in containing the rising pollution levels. Currently, Metro rail system is operating in 8 cities, and in May this year, central government has approved implementation of metro rail systems in 50 cities. The central government will invest an estimated US $75 billion. In conclusion, let me thank you and say that India and Japan have already established strong bilateral relationship in transport infrastructure and have set shining examples of success such as Delhi Metro, Western Dedicated Freight Corridor, industrial corridors, etc. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the most opportune time to build and expand on it further. Government of Japan has already announced to double Japan's direct investment in number of Japanese companies in India in 5 years' time. Indian Railways took the offer that $130+ billion business and investment opportunities there. I am sure a large of the proposed investment from Japan can come to modernize and upgrade the Indian Railways, which is on the top of the agenda of our government.